milestone video is here. Ooh, yeah, let's get hyped. Let me know down in the comments if you're hyped for milestones. Woo! Yeah, no. Okay, not to put a banter on the hype around, milestone video, because I love doing this video and I don't think I'd ever stop unless if they stop, making milestones good. So yeah, but milestone layout is a little different. I'm gonna jump into it, explain how you guys are supposed to do milestones this season, and then we'll get into the milestones that will take a little bit longer, and then we'll get into the actual milestones itself to make or the ones that are super easy to do and you can do them really, really fast. That gives you XP. I want to do the harder ones first so we can get them out of the way, because it doesn't really take a lot of explanation for those. But as you can see, I grinded all day. The last 2 days have been just, or the last 3 days have just been grinding, and I've already finished the challenge quest one, and I'm about halfway through on the combat one, which I should be able to finish this one in like a day or two. It's specifically, it's a little bit harder to do due to one challenge, and then the exploration one is definitely going to be one of those harder ones, because exploration, going around the map and doing stuff, is not always fun. So but without further ado, let's get into the explanation of how you're supposed to do milestones this season. So basically, there is 3 categories this season. It is separated in the exploration quest, the combat quest, and the challenge quest. The exploration has a total of 6 challenges that you can get after finishing or completing one of those challenges in game. And then the combat and challenge quests each have 4 different challenges that you can get. So to basically explain this in a way that will make as much sense as possible, basically you have a chance of getting a challenge when it comes to each category. Once you complete that challenge, you have to do another challenge, which can be a random one from each of the lists. I'll show them right here. And then on top of that, I'll show you this list right here, because I've, completed and, it basically found every single way possible to do the fastest way. And that's what I usually do. But basically, these are all the challenges that you can get. So after you complete those challenges, you actually are capped to those in those groups. So once you complete 4, let's say once you complete 4 for the challenge quest, you cannot do any more for that game. You only can do 4 for that game, and you usually can only do 4 for the challenge ones. The combat and exploration are a little bit harder to do due to some challenges. Otherwise, yeah, that is basically the milestone way for this season. I don't like it. Don't get me wrong. This is probably one of the worst ways that they set the milestones up, but I'll still do them, and then I still find the best ways to finish them, because it's a free like 30-40 levels. Grinding these aren't as hard as what people think, and you could just do them. It took me 10 hours, across a month or 2. You guys can finish it super easily, or even like in a week, or like an hour a day, finish it in 10 days. Easy peasy. But let's get into the actual categories itself and break it down a little bit. And I probably will do different videos on each category in different routes for each one, because it's a lot of information to feed in, and I don't want to force it into one just video for you guys. So but let's start off with the hardest one, which is the exploration quest. Now this one can have a total of 6 different challenges. The one that I'm on right now is open chest at landmarks. I'll show every landmark in the chest that you can get on those different locations, but I found 3 separate locations to be really easy to go to. I'll pop them up and show you which ones they are, because you can get around 15 chests in the area that I do go, but it shouldn't be too hard, because once you get the landmarks in the chest area down, you should be able or should be good to go. But the other challenges, I'll show them right here again. We have open chests and name locations, and then we have the landmark one, of course. Visit name locations, travel distance, and visit landmarks. Now, one of these is very annoying. Visit name locations. You have to do 15 of these, and there's only 14 name locations on the map. So even if you got all 14 locations, you have to play another game to get that extra one, which is very ridiculous. I don't like it. I really don't think there should be 15. It should be the other way around, where you have to visit 10 name locations and 15 landmarks. But I'm not the one to decide these things. I'm just here to give information. So yeah. Otherwise, basically the best way to do these is just go around the map, just find different I'll break it down in a different video, most likely, of exactly which ones, and the exact route that I do, but I'll show you. I basically start at the bottom of the map. I'll pull it up right here. I basically start at the bottom of the map right here whenever I have to go to landmarks or open chest on landmarks, because there's a few actually down here. So if I turn the spawns on, or not all the spawns. Let me turn on chest. So as you can see, there's a 7, 11, 11 right here on this island. And then you can go up to Whispering Waters. You can get 11 and then another 2 right here. So a total of like 20, like more than 20. So, you know, you could finish the chest one fairly easy. And then let me turn the chest off and let me show you a route to finish the landmarks. You basically start at Lotus Lookout, or you can start up here at Wild Wind Sanctuary, and then you just kind of make your way down and then around back up to Mega City. And I'll explain why you should always go to Mega City no matter what in a second, because that's going to be the last category that we talk about. But basically, yeah, that's the route that I did for basically all of these. The name of locations, you just kind of have to, you know, just do it until you're done. Otherwise, there's no really great way to grind those. Travel distance, any of the vehicles is a really great way to do that. And then chests and landmarks, like I said, start at the bottom, and then, you know, make your way up and then do those chests. And then open chests and name locations. Actually, Mega City has the most chests, as you can see if I turn this on. There's a total of like 100 or like around like 70 to 80 here. And then the vault also includes some too. So you can open this up and get 25 chests very easily. So yeah, that's a great way to grind those. Otherwise, let's move on to the combat quest. Now, this one's very easy. This one's going to be a breeze to go through, because not only is it probably going to be a easy one to grind out, but once you get the hang of it, you should be good. So basically, 4 challenges for this one. You have damage opponents, outlast opponents, headshots on opponents, and then eliminate opponents. Now, 3 of these you can do back to back without even having to try. You can do blindfolded or sleeping in the back of a car. But outlast opponents is the hardest one. And not hard to do, but it's very annoying, because once you get outlast opponents, you have to outlast 250 opponents, which is 3 games, by the way. 3 games, because not only can't you only can get 99 per game, even if you win a game, 99 per. On top of that, you have to do that 3 times, because, you know, 99 plus 99 is not over 250. So you have to do 3 total. However, solo squads is actually the best way to do this. You just load into solo squads and finish this right away. If you get outlast, just solo squads. Once you finish the challenge quest, I'd recommend just grinding out the combat quest. Once you get outlast, go into solo squads, finish that one, and then get the next one, go into a regular game or a bot lobby, whichever you do, and then do damage opponents, headshots, or eliminate opponents. Now, headshots do work on mini bosses or henchmen, which is the bosses that spawn outside of the location to open the vault. The headshots work on that. The damage opponents don't. It actually has to be an opponent, and then so does eliminate opponents. So those 2 have to be actual people, and then headshots do work on those NPCs, not ones that spawn in, but the bosses that you defeat to get the key card for the safes and vaults. So yeah, combat quest, I'd recommend doing this one second. And then the very last one is actually the challenge quest, which we actually shout out to Aweolri and Frost for finding 2, not 1, but 2 glitches that you should do. Like, I'm gonna make a big deal out of this, because you can finish this one right away by doing these 2 things. So first off, let's go through the challenges. We have collect items, activate or reroll augments, gain shield, and destroy objects. So I'm gonna explain each one in detail real quick, and then if you guys want a separate video on breaking it down exactly what I did on each one, let me know, because I will do that, because it was actually fairly easy and it's super fast. Now, I'd recommend not waiting for those videos and do 2 of these as fast as possible, which is collect items and activate or reroll augments. So basically, let's go in order. Let's say you get in a game and your first challenge is collect items. What you're going to do is go to a gas station, any gas station. There is, I think, like 5 locations where gas stations are, and then there's also mini gas stations, which are little like pumps that you can go to. And what you're going to do is you're going to go to the pump and just keep spamming the pick up and put down button. And if you're on PC, there's a better method to do this. Sorry for all those console players, because I don't think there's an actual thing. You got a button smash, unless you have a keyboard. But basically what you're going to do is you're going to bind your interact button, which is usually E, or if you're weird and have it something else, your interact button, to scroll wheel up or down. And basically you're just going to scroll up and down, picking up that gas up and down. And it's going to collect items almost like, it takes around like 30 seconds if you do it fast enough. But basically you can finish it right away. As you can see, you know, it goes up and up, and then bam, once you're done, it goes to the next challenge. So let's move on to the next one, which, let's pretend in this scenario, you get activate or reroll augments. Now this one is actually super cool, because Frost found a super glitch. Oh, by the way, Aweolri, shout out to her. She found that glitch, and you could do it, super fast. So shout out to Aweolri. I'll put her Twitch link down below and her YouTube too. So but yeah, back to activated reroll augments. Big shout out to Frost because he actually helped me figure this one out. So or he figured it out and he showed me. So basically what you're going to do once you get into a game and you have augments, you're going to open up your augment menu right before the augment pops up. So that's about once first circle is announced, right before that, because that's whenever you get your first augment. And then once you do that, it's going to count as 1. You don't have to spend any gold or you have to reroll anything like that. It's going to count automatically as 1. Then after that, what you're going to do is save up your augments until you get all 4, and then follow this pattern. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to open up your augments, reroll once, choose 1, reroll once, choose 1, reroll once, choose 1, reroll, and then choose 1. And then basically what this is going to do is it's going to count as 3 total. Now, re-rolling for some reason, once you have all 4, or you can wait until 3 because 3 does count too, but I wait until 4 because you might as well. Basically what you're going to do is you're re-rolling, and then once you choose, it counts as 2 for some reason. So basically you get 3 for each choice, which I'm not going to question it. It's a glitch. I recommend doing this as fast as possible because it might get patched, but basically you get 3 for the choice of basically 2. So you get 3 for 2, and basically you only need 3 augments in total technically if you do it right, and along with the free bonus one. I'll show it, I'm showing this as I go. So if you're a little confused, let me know down in the comments. I'll try to explain it a little bit more, but basically you're going to re-roll and choose, and you're going to make sure you have all augments at once. Otherwise it's not going to work. Make sure you have all augments. It will not work. I repeat, will not work if you do not have all augments in total, because it for some reason just doesn't work. So you want to make sure you have all of them, and then re-roll and then choose, and then you should be good for that. However, let's get to the last 2, which is gain shield and destroy objects. So there's 2 different methods I found for gain shields. What you're going to do is either A, you're going to go buy Firefly jars from Phoenix if you want to spend gold and if you have enough, and then basically what you're going to do is just farm the shields around that area. There's also a landmark too, so if you need shields in landmark chests, the area that you get it from, you can farm those 2 at the same time. And then along with gain shields, you can also farm slurp juice. So you can get a total of 6 or 8 slurp juice from vaults. So if you farm vaults, you can actually get this one done really fast. And then what you're going to do is also get a Cybertron mythic, or the Cybertron exploder, and then you take 110 damage, sleep, and then you drink a slurp juice, and then rinse and repeat. You do that a total of 5 times, and you're done with gain shields. Now, after gain shields, let's say you get destroy objects. There's actually a few buildings that you can destroy in Mega City. This is the reason why you should land at Mega City a lot, and just in general, just keep going to Mega City until you're done with the challenge ones, because you get a ton of stuff done, in that vicinity of that area. So once you actually get on to destroy objects, you can actually just break the bottom layer of a building, and then the entire top will fall, and it will count towards destroy objects. Now, if there's any other ways that you guys found for destroying objects, let me know, because there's no cow catchers, and I don't think there's anything else really that can go into destroying objects. But if I did miss anything, let me know down in the comments, and let other people know, because people mess up, and people don't find a lot of things. And I try to get this video out as fast as possible. So yeah, otherwise, yeah, those are all the challenges. I'll probably do separate videos on each category, just going in detail and showing you guys which ones, or like the routes that I did for each ones. But as you can see, I'm already level, I think 80. Yeah, I'm 84, or no, I'm 83, about to be about almost halfway through 84. So yeah, so if you're questioning me and saying, oh, milestones, you don't know what you're talking about, trust me. I've been doing this for almost a year now, or actually more than a year, and I've, try to find the best ways to do this. So if you guys have any questions or comments or concerns, let me know down in the comments, please. Otherwise, that's pretty much it. I'm not gonna, keep you guys any longer. Otherwise, let me know what you think. Let me know if these glitches still work in the future, because they'll probably be patched in the next update. So make sure you finish these. Those the gas canister one, or the gas one, and also the augment one. Make sure you finish those as fast as possible. Otherwise, yeah, thank you for watching. You guys have an amazing day, and it's always a pleasure doing these milestone videos. It really is. So yeah, you guys have an amazing day. Stay safe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.